There is a massive misconception with running that the more you do, the faster, the stronger you get. Running 5-6 times a week is not always the answer. You can become fatigued, you can become tired, probably quite grouchy as well. Sometimes it's better to focus on the quality.
Especially if you're not a pro athlete and you don't quite have the time to recover in between sessions, often increased mileage means increased chance of injury.
So today we're going to give you 3 run sessions that you can fit into your week to really improve and boost your run performance.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels for more content like this, some behind the scenes action from our pros and our live races. 3 runs a week is probably a good way to structure triathlon training.
I run 6 times a week, but I do have a lot of time to recover, and I've been a professional for years and years. Having 3 runs a week is a great way to start, but you don't want to run easy, or flat out, a bit easier and then really easy because you're exhausted. You need to structure these runs.
I definitely only have time for 3 runs a week, so I like to structure it with my long weekend run, a faster run, a tempo session, and some strength work, so maybe some hills.
That's a great balance to get you going, and you're really going to touch on all the energy systems, which is so important when you're training for triathlon. It's so important to really focus on your speed as well as your long Sunday run, and that strength in the middle, do not forget to do that. Whether you're racing an Ironman, a 70.3 or a super sprint triathlon, you really need to tap in on all those energy systems to improve your run.
One of the sessions we're going to be looking at is our faster session of the week. This can be done as a speed session or a tempo session. The difference there is our speed session, perhaps might be done on a track, is done as intervals, so there will be short break periods in between the efforts, whereas our tempo session is just continuous running. This will be done at a slightly faster pace than comfortable, or maybe slightly faster than race pace, but not quite the distance of the race. You may be watching this as someone training for long course and thinking this session is not necessarily relevant for you. I'm here to tell you that it is. These faster sessions will increase your aerobic capacity, and it's also good to be able to tap into a sprint finish if we need it. The key thing for this session is to make sure we get a really thorough warm-up in. It's going to be hard work for the body, so we need to prepare it for what it's about to do to again reduce that chance of injury. So here is an example of a speed session that you can try. As mentioned, this can be done at a track, or you can just get a nice flat piece of road, but try to avoid hills.
So the first speed session is 5 by 200 meters, and this should be run at close to kind of like 90 to 95% of your effort, and then I want you to jog or walk back. And after 5, take an extra 2 minutes, maybe have a drink, reset yourself, think of that really good running form and getting up on your toes and running fast, and you repeat it. So the total session is 10 by 200 meters. But remember, a really good warm-up is so important, and do not forget to warm down. So this speed session is really fast. This is 100% of your effort. This is running as quick as you can. It's 5 by 100 meters. Don't laugh. Doing these short stuff is really going to teach you to be an efficient runner over the longer distance. So the session is 5 by 100 meters. Again, jog back. And once you've done 5, take 2 or 3 minutes, reset yourself, have a drink, and you repeat it 3 times. Okay, the last set is really going to hurt. Your muscles are going to be burning. That's where the magic happens. That's where you're going to get that adaptation. And remember, a really good warm up and warm down is so important. For this last speed session, I want you to do a slightly longer warm-up because it's so short and so fast. The session is 5 by 50 meters, and you repeat that 3 times. After each block, you need to take an extra minute or so recovery and jog, walk back in between. This is fast running. You are going to be coughing, you are going to be really breathing hard. Really open up those legs and those lungs. This is really going to help you run more efficiently, because the quicker you go, you naturally change your running gait and you become more efficient. But again, a longer warm up because it's such a short session. So another way to get your speed in is to do a tempo run. This is not quite as fast and aggressive as a pure speed, some of the sessions we've talked about. You want to start with 5 to 10 minutes warm up, and then you need to pick a pace and effort that is just a little bit quicker than race pace, quite uncomfortable, but a pace and effort that you can maintain for between 20 and 30 minutes. And that is really gonna dig, really gonna burn the last 5 minutes of that session. Once you finish your tempo, remember, warm down. Don't cut the warm down short. So, this is hill work, or often referred to as strength work. Why do we run hills? It really encouraging us to drive those arms, really get them pumping as you're running up. And also you're really recruiting your glutes and your quads. So it's a real overall strength workout. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 types of hill work. First of all, you can break it down into short hill reps. So 20 to 30 seconds, running really hard, uphill, and then jog back. Then medium hills, about 60 seconds worth of work, again with a jog back, or longer, 90 seconds worth of work. What I love to do is add them all together in what I call a pyramid. So you start off with your 30 seconds, jog back, then your 60, jog back, and then your 90. You need to do that maybe 3 times. And what you need to do is on that last set, make sure you hit those marks, those distances for each one, so you don't blow up. It's really important to know where you're at, so you don't start everything really fast and finish really sluggishly. It's got to be a consistent session, and this is a great way to monitor that. Again, a really good warm up and warm down is important for this session. You can do it off-road, which is what I would recommend. If not, you can do it along the road. You can even do it from 1 lamppost to 3 lampposts to 6 lampposts to 9 lampposts. There's definitely different connotations of this session. If you don't have time for that, you could just do a 30 to 45 minute run where you're incorporating hills within that, where you're working the hill, recovering on the flat, recovering on the downhill, and again, working up the hill. As I said, this session is really going to encourage that recruitment of all your muscles, get those arms involved, and hopefully teach you a much better technique. It's going to force you to really improve that. Another great thing I love about hill reps is you can do them with all your friends. It doesn't matter if someone's 5, 6 seconds quicker, because you're going to turn at the same time. You can catch up and jog down together. So Emily and I, we can do our hill reps together no matter what pace we're running. Now we're going to talk about the long run. It's the staple of an endurance athlete, something we all need to add into our key run sessions of the week.
How long would you say a long run is?
I would say most long runs you want to be starting at a minimum of 50 minutes, but you also want to build on that. So every week you want to add 5 to 10 minutes, and maybe the 4th week you go back down again to build up again.
The key thing to remember with these long runs is that they stay an aerobic session, so you should be able to hold a conversation throughout the full run.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Tim. I think we nailed that.
Yeah, and again, if someone is pulling away and getting too far, just tell them it's a long run, it's nice and easy, no medals in training.
Yeah, keeping that heart rate nice and low. You shouldn't be breaking too much of a sweat, getting flustered. It should just be nice, easy, conversational and social.
And again, you can take it anywhere, your long run. It can be in the park, around the city, off-road. If it's really hilly, there's no harm in walking up the hills or having a little rest. There really isn't. And that's sometimes really hard as an athlete, because I love pushing myself. I love feeling like I've really worked hard, I've really got a lot out. But this session is another way to use your mind to focus on going easy, taking it nice and steady. Really, really important that with your long runs.
It's also a good way to practice getting your nutrition in while you're running. While it's nice and easy and you've got time to chew or swallow a gel, it's a good way to practice that.
That's brilliant. I mean, when we do triathlon, we need to take energy, we need to fuel this engine. And the best way to practice race strategies is in training. Long run is the best place to do that. So with these 3 run sessions, you can add them into your weekly rotation. They really will improve your running.
Consistency is key with these, so they might seem difficult at first, but you'll soon get into a rhythm with it.
And don't get despondent if you don't see improvements after the first or second week. It's something that's going to build over time. So maybe 4 or 5 weeks in, you're hopefully going to notice a big difference. And you can even progress the sessions whichever way you want. Add in time, running them a bit quicker. Let your fitness determine where you take that session.
Let us know how you get on if you try any of those sessions. Give us your feedback in the comments. And if you've got any ideas for any other videos you would like help with, let us know and me and Tim will get on that.